All right, let's do this. Hello, my name is Leanne Menlosa, and I am currently based in Seattle, Washington. I wanted to make this in YouTube form, I guess. I'm filming right now on my Canon G7X that I bought months ago when I had decided that, you know, I'm really gonna take a chance and invest in myself, and I wanted to upload this video in its complete raw form because I have been struggling for years with overthinking myself out of actually doing anything that I've actually wanted to do, because I've been so completely, I don't know if completely is the word, but essentially I really struggle with perfectionism, and I kept buying all of the wrong things at the wrong time, thinking that having these material things are what it takes for me to be successful, when I actually should have been just focusing on starting from the basics like I did years ago on my MacBook for my very first YouTube channel, when I had nothing but photo booth and my dad's MacBook, and I thought that I needed all of the right tools to be a perfect YouTuber, a perfect influencer, but I really just wanted to go back to basics and my roots of, you know, uploading like one long form video with no edits at all. So I know that this isn't going to be perfect, but as long as I get into the habit of doing this, putting myself out there, starting from the very beginning, from the very bottom, then I know that I can look back at my growth and be able to look back at these videos and know where I need to improve, like cutting out my ums, ands, and you knows. So I wanted to just upload the very first try that I had in this homework assignment. So now that the first two questions are out of the way, what prompted me to join and enroll in influencer school? Well, I'm a recent graduate from the University of Washington with a degree in marketing and entrepreneurship. And I always knew that I wanted to be a YouTuber. I grew up on and with YouTube way back in 2009, 2010, and that's when I had my first YouTube channel, when I was making these little polymer clay charms and selling them on YouTube. And see, I just hear myself say "and" so many times that I just need to cut it out. But I always knew at the back of my head growing up, I just wanted to create, and whether that be YouTube videos or Instagram posts, I knew that there was a creative inside of me, but I want to help other people by using these platforms and telling my story. So I had kind of waited after graduating college to really figure out, oh, am I gonna commit to a 9-to-5 job, but I don't want to commit to something that I'm not super passionate about. And I've kind of just been in limbo, overthinking everything from when I graduated to where I was going to go next. But the one thing that I knew for sure is that I just wanted to create and put myself out there and be in front of other people in some kind of way. So I'm so glad that I waited, because if I had committed to a 9-to-5 or some other kind of job that I just didn't feel passionately about, I wouldn't have found this. I wouldn't have found this influencer school course. So I'm really excited, and I felt like it was all just perfect timing. What do I hope to achieve in these next 12 weeks? Well, as I mentioned, it's something that I always felt like and knew that I wanted to do, but I really lacked the framework, and also I felt like I was just kind of surrounded by people that didn't necessarily have the same didn't necessarily have like the same goals and visions as I did. I mean, being in college, I felt like I was surrounded by a bunch of people who kind of knew exactly what they wanted to do career-wise, and were making all these connections with going into accounting firms or consulting firms, and I felt like no one was going to really believe in wanting to be an influencer or a YouTuber. Don't get me wrong, I think my degree taught me so much, and there's so much that I want to do with what I learned being a marketing and entrepreneurship major. But I majored in marketing and entrepreneurship because I knew that I wanted to start my own business. And so even though I felt like I was surrounded by people who wanted to go into these other careers, something that always stayed true to me is that I was going to start my own business, and that I was going to be the CEO of my own business. And in these entrepreneurship classes, I was just shown all of these different kind of businesses that people started. But what I had to learn is that my personal brand and my platforms, that is my business. That will be my business. It is my business. And I love pulling up my little plaque that says future CEO. But yeah, here it is. But yeah, I love that it says future CEO, but I'm already the CEO. I need to embrace that. So within these next 12 weeks, I really want to grow my network and connect with other people within this school that obviously they have the same vision. And I'm already feeling so inspired from hearing about what everyone hopes to accomplish, and feeling so much more motivated about taking this path. And even though that I wasn't surrounded by people that had that same kind of vision and those same kind of hopes, I was so happy to have stumbled upon this course, because a majority of us hope to be influencers or be able to work and benefit from the creator economy. My favorite influencer is AlishaMarie, also known as MacBaby11. She's my favorite influencer because, like I mentioned, I grew up on YouTube. I grew up with MacBaby11. And it has just been so amazing to see her grow and to grow alongside of her, because for those who watched AlishaMarie, she was a YouTuber who really pivoted out of the videos that she was creating, even though she wasn't necessarily in those niches anymore. And it has been amazing to watch her pivot, because there was that period of time where I felt like I didn't connect with the content she was creating anymore, because I grew out of that. And I know that she was also struggling with that and feeling burnt out about creating content that she didn't resonate with, and content that she grew out of. And it has just been amazing to watch her pivot not only out of that YouTube niche, but also into all of these other areas. And that's really what I want to do for myself. I want to be able to start out on YouTube and also Instagram. Use my YouTube as my forever platform of being able to document where I came from, because I never want to forget where I came from, and then move into all of these other areas of, oh, not only is she a YouTuber and an Instagram influencer, but she also has a clothing line, she also has a blog, she also writes a book, she's also a public speaker, she also all these things. And when I said that, I think I was talking about Alisha, and I was also talking about myself, because I just want to be able to do it all. But as much as I want to be able to do it all, I have to focus and I have to start somewhere. And that starting somewhere for me is being able to post videos on YouTube, really be able to refine my voice, my storytelling, and have that as my forever platform, because I always want to be able to go back and watch these videos of myself and see and remember where I came from, because I never want to forget where I came from. And we stop it with the ands, but that was very rambly. But that is why AlishaMarie is my favorite influencer. We also have the same middle name. I'm Leanne Marie. But as much as this video was really rambly and not perfect, I'm proud of myself for just being able to sit down in front of the camera and be able to put it out there and come to terms with the fact that it's not perfect and nothing will ever be perfect, but I have to start with the basics. So that was my first homework assignment for day 1 of influencer school.